Gemini, it's the Scorpio Stellium here, your no bullshit tarot card reader. I am going to take a look at your predictions for the week of November 1st through 7th. You know how I do. I show my work. I tell you what the cards mean, how I reach the conclusions that I do. I also pull the astrology into it. And at the end, we do a pick a card for your message from the universe. So hang around for that at the end. Let's see, Gemini, what we got cooking for you this week? Oh my heavens. Okay. Loaded. Okay, starts rough, ends good. Okay, we'll get there. Reversed star. Where has your hope gone? It's like you were healing and you were hopeful, and then now you're just like, oh, but no, what? Am I going to get screwed over again? Is somebody going to be dishonest with me again? That's the Seven of Swords. You feel like maybe somebody is trying to work you over or get something over on you. You know, this is a card of dishonesty, and you feel a little paranoid about dealing with that again, dealing with any situations that are places you could be hurt again, or you could have your hopes crushed again. Because I think that you had it crushed a few times lately. You've been looking forward to things and you've been putting your eggs in that basket, and then, I don't know, somebody stole your eggs, you know? So it's like you start off with this like rough, like, nope, not gonna do that to me again. You're also possibly, some of you are healing from or trying to heal from somebody who did something really nasty to you, somebody who maybe lied or cheated or stole from you, or somebody who just treated you poorly, and you don't want to let your guard down. So the reverse Nine of Wands is not just putting your guard up and being defensive, but it's also being hyper defensive to the point of paranoia sometimes, where you're like already shooting it in the foot before it's even gotten off. You're like, maybe this is just not going to work out. I'm not even going to get my hopes up about it with the reversed star, okay? So now we've got the Six of Swords. This looks like movement and travel for you. It also can be movement within yourself, you know, moving forward in a direction that you've not been in before. You've been stuck somewhere, maybe, okay? Now you're looking forward. You're trying to get past it. You're going in a different direction. You're like, you know what, it's okay. I'm just gonna take my toys and I'm gonna go play somewhere else. I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm gonna move forward. But for some of you, this is going to be dealing with travel. So I want to put that out there because the Six of Swords is often a travel type card. And we have the reversed Ace of Cups. So now this takes on this different form, okay? Having this in the middle here tells us that there was something lost, that you had your heart open to and you lost out on it, or you lost it, and now you're trying to move past it. You're trying to get healing from it. You're trying to still be optimistic about the future, but honestly, you're struggling here with the reverse Tower next to it. It's like you're trying to avoid any more disasters. It's damage control time. And I don't know what the damage done in your life is, if it's emotional, if it's relationship based, if it is financial, but you're trying to do some damage control. You're trying to keep the dam from breaking. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Peculiar here. And normally the Knight of Cups, I'm like, is he really, does this person really mean what they say? Because the Knight of Cups is this romantic type card. Usually I see the Knight of Cups as being somebody who says they're going to do something. They're like, oh yeah, I'm totally into you. And then it's like, wham bam, thank you ma'am. No, they really weren't. But we have the Hierophant next to it. So that's commitment. And then next to that, I have the Empress, which is the wifey kind of card, okay? So how do we get all this together? It's like this person's coming in with some real shit. And I don't know that it's this person from the past, or if that's a totally different situation. We may be separating these two scenarios out. But whoever is coming in your life or is in your life right now who's offering you love is also offering you commitment and staying power. They see you as somebody worth it. They desire you, and they also want to provide for you in a way that is whole, you know? It's not just, I'm going to try to get something from you. I'm going to give to you too. I'm going to take care of you. And that can be financial, but that can be emotional as well. That can be, I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm going to be here by your side no matter what you go through. So there is love in this spread, and the love that is being offered is actually genuine, which I don't see a whole lot, to be quite frank, because people are assholes. But right here, this person's definitely not being an asshole. So yay, yay, Gemini. Okay, let's look at the reverse star. Okay, we've got Three of Wands clarifying it. I think you had the hope for this particular situation to move beyond what it did. And when it didn't happen, when the plans fell through, when things did not go according to plan, it kind of crushed your hope. Next to the Seven of Swords, we have the Death card. So whatever this betrayal was, whatever this stealing or lying or dishonesty or leading you on kind of behavior was, the Death card shows me that it's stopped and it's over. It's not going to happen anymore because that situation is done and buried. Now let's look at the Nine of Wands reversed. That's where you might be, it's like you expect it now. You expect something to be bad just because something bad was in the past. Okay, so we have the Devil card, which is associated with Capricorn. By the way, the Death card is associated with Scorpio. But again, if you don't hear the cards of the signs that you're dealing with, that does certainly not mean that they aren't here. I mean, I also have Taurus in play. I have Aquarius in play, but this is energy. Just remember, this is energy. So it's showing up what's happening. And for the Devil card and the 10 of Wands next to it, there's a lot of limitation. The Devil being Capricorn's card. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And guess what? The 10 of Wands is Saturn. Also, it's Saturn and Sagittarius. So there's heavy burdens, and it's a feeling of being stuck. It's a feeling that you can't move forward with whatever your plans are. It seems like you think that you're bound somewhere. And I think there's this urge for you to break free of these patterns, and you're getting very, very frustrated that nothing is changing, that nothing is moving along for you. You just get this like, I have to stay here and do this work that I don't want to do. I have to stay here and put up with this person's shit that I don't want to put up with. This is a burden for you. Six of Swords. We do see you trying to move on though. So let's clarify that with the Six of Swords. Trying to move on. What do we need to know about this trying to move on business? Okay. With the Knight of Cups, that's who you're trying to move on with. That's what's trying to get you through this. See, we have the Knight of Cups down here at the bottom. Remember I said this person offering you some love, some affection, some romance. You're trying to move on because of this person. They're helping you get through it. So this is great. I think that despite what you've lost and despite what you are not getting handled or frustrated with, there is real genuine love going on in the spread. Let's look at the reversed Ace of Cups. What was broken? What do you need to know about? Love lost or things that didn't come to fruition that you wanted to come into your life? We have the Four of Swords. So this is where you feel that you had to just rest from it. You had to take a break from it. I think you've been putting a lot of energy into whatever situation you've been manifesting, that you've been working towards. And now it's like, I just need a break, quite frankly. I mean, it's Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter is the greater benefic. It bestows abundance and gifts to us. And it does so through Libra sign, which is a relational sign. So you may be just like cuddling up with somebody that you love this week. You may be getting affection from somebody that's just, it feels good to you to just rest in this. Let's clarify the reverse Tower. This is damage control. Damage control. trying to not make what's bad any worse. Okay, the Fool. So you're trying to be optimistic. It almost seems like you're trying to avoid something, because the reverse Tower is oftentimes avoiding some disaster. And then having the Fool, it's this card of da-da-da, I'm so happy, everything's okay. It seems like you're trying to avoid something. Knight of Cups. I mean, we've got so much about the Knight of Cups anyway. We know that this person is coming in, they're offering you something really legitimate and worthwhile. But let's clarify it anyway. Okay, 5 of Cups. So they're offering you some healing from the past, because there's sadness, there's sorrow here, there's broken relationships, there's disappointment in your life, there's you sitting there trying to recover what you lost and not get bogged down in the sorrow. And again, here's this Knight of Cups. You know, this is that individual that is helping you heal it. It's helping you feel better, at least. And the Hierophant. Okay, 6 of Wands, nice. Mars, or 7 of Wands, excuse me. Mars, the passionate energy, initiating planet, the one that is full of just gung-ho, right, in Leo. So this is some victory that is happening. This is some standing your ground. This is staying power. Again, this is like clarifying the commitment. This is somebody who's going to stand up for you. Somebody who's going to be there for you. And you know, if somebody else tries to hurt you, I don't feel like they're going to let it happen. Just nice. Nice. You deserve it. Let's look at the Empress. I feel strongly this is how they see you. And also I think that you may be trying to, with the Empress card, bring something into life. Okay, create something. Bring something forth from your heart and make it real. Okay, we've got 3 of Swords. You're trying to make real partially. And this is interesting because the Empress is a 3 and this is the 3 of Swords. This is partially about you making real your healing journey. Okay, because I think that you got started and then something gave you a setback for feeling better, for your awakening, for your healing, for everything that you need. And you were set back by some sorrowful type situation, something burdening your heart, making you sad. And now you're going to try to bring something beautiful out of that, and you're going to get back on your journey. So now let's take a look at your pick a card message from the divine. I will pull 3 cards. I would like you to choose one. I know all the messages may resonate, but one is really truly for you. So hang on to that one. A lot of times people try to avoid, they're like, I don't like that one. But sometimes it's exactly what you need to hear. And remember, this is the beginning of the week, so it may not resonate to you yet. So I'm like, remember what it is and apply it, because it's probably going to come up later. It might not be something that you are aware of right now. Okay. What does Gemini need to know? Card 1, card 2, and card 3. Okay, so the first card, and you know how to pause, so I'm going to jump right in. Card 1, what you need to know, the 3 of Cups. This is a time for reunions and reconciliations and joy and being with people that love you, particularly your female friends, bringing them around you, enclosing you with their love, and just trying to feel joyful. Even if you're going through something rough, that's going to carry you a long way. It's being, involved in those friendships and not shutting yourself off. Even though I see that you needed a little break, this is you needing some time with those people that you know are always going to be there for you. For card 2 is the 7 of Swords again. So this is, maybe you need to be a little bit aware of people that may be trying to do you wrong, or that might be trying to deceive you, or that are being maybe a little dishonest with you. So perhaps your paranoia is justified here. And this is like, be on the lookout for anybody that might try to come in and steal your joy. And then for card 3, we have the Ten of Swords. And you remember it's always darkest before the dawn. And it feels like you're burned out right now. It feels like you've been hurt very badly. And I want to give this as an encouragement to you that it's always when things go really, really bad, like when we feel like, fuck, this is awful, and I'm so upset, that the sunrise comes. And so this is telling you that, like, hey, look, this might be a rough week for you. This might feel like you're getting some difficult news, some difficult issues in your relationships, in your personal life. You may be told no to something that you really wanted, but it's all happening to bring you to a point that you need to be at. So hang in there. It's going to get better, and I'll see you again next week.